Alright, what's up ladies and gentle bitches, welcome back to the channel. Leicester City Career Mode, episode 45 in this bitch. This episode has 4 matches in it, along with transfer deadline day, a squad report, and a new, well, there could be some new signings, but there's definitely a new youth signing that you can expect to see at the end of this video. We're starting off with a match against West Bromwich Albion though. Obviously still unbeaten in the Premier League at this point after 2 games, I think it was at this moment. But in the 20th minute, right on the stroke of it, West Bromwich Albion able to take the lead, and it's Craig Gardner getting on the end of a cross from some pretty poor defending again. If you watch the replay from the start, you see Brom actually marking Gardner, and then before the cross comes in, Brom just completely runs away from him, which is a bit confusing. But a defensive mishap from West Brom allows us to get back in behind the defence, and Lewis Holtby 12 minutes after is able to put the ball into the back of the net. So 32 minutes on the clock and we are level in this match, 1-1. It's a little bit, it's not so much of a defensive mishap. You could say he should have got the ball at his feet quicker, but to be honest, he didn't have that much time to react after receiving the ball. Put in a tough position from his teammate and robbed from Holtby. Holtby's not the fastest player on the pitch though. You should really have time to get the ball away before you've been nabbed. 45 minutes now, trying to get back into the lead. Rolando Aaron's getting a start in this match after he saw the team sheet from the start. Getting a little bit lucky for the ball to come back to him. Lewis Holtby finds Jovetic, quick shuffle of the feet, quick feet there, a little right foot onto his left foot, and it's a real good save from Jack Butland, as you'll see in the replay. Oh, I didn't even put a replay in this, my bad. But into the 68th minute, good save from Ben Hamer, and you see it just after getting the ball clear, it came straight back, a 1-2, and it's another good save from Ben Hamer. 17 minutes in, West Brom from the resulting corner puts it into the box. James McLean onto the West Bromwich head, drops to Olsen off the bar. Sessegnon reacts first and heads it into the back of the net. A sloppy goal to concede right there. 3 opportunities for us to get the ball clear really, and we didn't get to the ball first once. 3 opportunities there. The original delivery from the corner, as you'll see here from McLean, we couldn't get onto the header right here. Then it drops, couldn't get onto the first ball there. Then it comes off the crossbar and Sessegnon reacts first right there. Just not good enough there defensively. Everyone was asleep. Every single player in the box was asleep. No one reacted on time. 90 minutes in, we have one last chance to try and salvage something from this game. Holtby into Jovetic. Keeper comes out and gets there, but the referee blows for a penalty. Pulls it up in the 90th minute. Big decision. And to be honest, it's a red card as well. To be honest, watching it back, I'm not 100% sold on whether it's a penalty or not, because to be honest, you can see it from here. He's like, there's no real contact with Jovetic. He's ahead of Jovetic when he slides. You could say the keeper kind of took him out, but the keeper wasn't penalised for it. And Mara steps up to take the penalty, and it's a beautiful one at that, smashing it into the very top corner, salvaging a point for us. We're still unbeaten in the season. 2-2 draw against West Brom isn't exactly what we were looking for, as this season, our objective this season is to qualify for the Champions Cup, but obviously just missing out on the title last season. On the last episode we missed out on it. I'm feeling my objective is definitely to challenge for the title. Into some training here, a few players doing quite well. Isgrove, I'm not too sure about Isgrove. I still have some hope for him. If I keep training him, I might put a lot more training onto him, but at the same time, we have a few wingers in the side now, and he's probably the worst. I think he might be the worst winger on the side, but I do like him. A few deals going down there. Thiago to Liverpool, Aubameyang to Chelsea. I just like to put in the deals that they interest me. Deals that I think, that I look at and I think, that's interesting. That's a realistic signing. That's a good signing. Yeah, so a lot of the signings have nothing to do with me, but I like to throw them in there anyway. And as you can remember from the end of the last episode, we have Rosenborg now in the Champions League qualifier, second leg, losing the first leg 2-1, as you can see right here. Our first attack of the game, Lewis Holtby, beautiful through ball into Marko Arnautovic, and Marko Arnautovic is able to put the ball into the back of the net. Beautiful finish from Arnautovic, beautiful pass from Lewis Holtby, beautiful goal from the team, and I'm pretty sure Arnautovic scored in the last episode, so now scored in the second episode straight. Could be a very, very good bargain on Arnautovic. I'm pretty sure he will be, because we got him on a free contract and if he keeps playing how he's been playing, he's kind of in and out of games, but he still does. He's really good on the ball in this game, and obviously he's a bit of an all-rounder in this. So I'm expecting big things from him. But Rosenborg on the counter-attack this time, shot deflected straight into the path of the Rosenborg striker. So we didn't hold on to our lead for very long at all. Pegged back to 1-1 in this match, 3-2 down on aggregate. We need another goal. That's poor defending there. We've completely brought Manzian out, and this is just lucky. If you look back, it's pretty much exactly the same as their winning goal in the last match. Taking a shot, I have no idea how it ended up over there when it took the deflection, but it's ended up right in the path of their striker, and he smashed it into the back of the net. 45 minutes in, however, Jovetic finds Arsian. Arsian finds Gökhan Inler. Can he get us back another goal? It's just not an... just the defenders got back just in time there to make it not happen, basically, for us. But Jovetic swiveling on the ball onto his left foot, doing everything right. Jovetic has played really well since we've signed him, but it's just the finish hasn't always been there. His goal scoring record is not bad at all, but it's just he could have had a lot more goals, basically. But Schlupp here completely roasted that player down the left hand side, pulled it back to Gökhan Inler. 67th minute, he puts it wide. We're running out of time and we need to get a goal. That's a very good chance there, but he's kind of just sliced that one wide. Schlupp done really well there. Schlupp again here, winning the ball off of the striker, playing it into Holtby. It's deflected. Schlupp's pace is just too much, and his strength. Bursting forward, they cannot get him off, all the way into the box. Jeffrey Schlupp on his right foot, just over the bar. Jeffrey Schlupp is just so fast and powerful that he is just unstoppable at times, just bursting through into the box that time. But again, running out of time, and we really should have got that into the back of the net. Jovetic finds Holtby this time, getting into the box, and Holtby is tripped. Holtby, referee blows for a penalty, our second of the episode, and hopefully we can get this into the back of the net again. 2 penalties, 2 goals. But Lewis Holtby there doing a job, getting into the box, causing trouble. Holtby has been brilliant at the start of the season, scoring a few goals, getting a few assists. Well, I think he's got 1 assist, and getting a penalty right here, which Jovetic dispatches of bottom corner. Stevan Jovetic gets another goal, and he has got us back into this tie. So we lost the first leg 2-1. We win in the second leg 2-1. We couldn't ask for too much more, to be honest. At this moment, it's going into extra time, and then probably penalties if we don't get any goal after that. So, at this moment in time in the match, we are on top. The momentum is with us. I think the past 5 or 6 highlights have been all us trying to create a chance, getting chances, keeper denying us, putting it over the bar. Into the 93rd minute now, we're into added time. Jovetic shifts it to the right again, and it's just why this is what I mean about the final shot just not working. He done that quite a few times in this match, just shifted it to the right and just missed out on the post. He was getting closer and closer each time though. 101 minutes in, Jovetic going onto the left hand side, finding Aaron's left foot shot, keeper palming it out wide again, and this time back on the attack again, putting pressure on Jovetic around his man, smashes it, and it hits the back of the net. Stevan Jovetic sprints away, running towards the Leicester City crowd in the King Power Stadium, punches the flag. 110 minutes in, only 10 minutes to play, makes it 4-1 on aggregate. And I was just saying, after his last shot, he was getting closer. He done that so many times, just shifted it to the right, beat his man, and that shot right there, that strike, it kind of just took a little bobble before he hit it, which kind of just, look, just right before he hit it, it's kind of on the half volley, and it's a brilliant strike from the Montenegrin striker. Now Rosenborg trying to get something going. Holtby just getting it out there. Good turn from Torvan. Now he's got space to go. We've got a 4-on-3 attack. Torvan powering forward, coming inside, past another Torvan. He's got Aarons to his left, Vardy to his right. He goes to Aarons to kill the game off, and it's another brilliant save by the keeper Hansen. That's a brilliant counter attack by Torvan though. He had a really good game creating chances. But it was Holtby who got man of the match there. Holtby shaking the hands of the opposition. And we walk out of there with the win into the group stages of the Champions League. You'll find out who we've been drawn against in the next episode. Our first game is a big one. It's a big side, I'll tell you that much. But into the transfer window, we've got a lot of more work to do, to be honest. A lot of things can happen. I have some things in my mind that could happen at this point, and a lot of things going on around the window. So a lot of teams, money could be changing hands, players could be leaving at other teams, which could trigger something to happen around us. You don't know. But into the next game, this is the lineup we went with. Players like Torvan getting a start, guys coming in, Chilwell, a lot changing because of obviously the midweek match that actually went to extra time against Rosenborg. So a lot of tired legs. And now we have a game against Sunderland, which again, we're expecting to win. Torvan playing out to Chilwell to get the first chance underway. Arnautovic. It's a speculative effort from that tight angle. But look at this. What Sunderland, quick free kick, smash it into the back of the net. Leicester defenders completely fallen asleep there at that point. 27 minutes in, I gave away a free kick. I don't know what I was doing there. Like, I kind of ran out the way and made space for him to pass it. He did, and then I just messed up the tackle. I didn't actually want to go in for the tackle at the speed I was moving at, in case of giving away a penalty, and that's just not good enough. Ben Hamer beaten again. He had a brilliant run when he first came into the team last season, not conceding many goals, getting a lot of clean sheets. But now our defense, I did change the sliders last season to make it a bit harder, and it was harder, but it wasn't hard enough. So I did kind of tweak it again this season, but not too much. I made like the opposition faster, stuff like that. They're passing a little bit crisper, but I didn't do enough for it to make a huge difference last season. But it kind of seems like it is. Like, we're conceding a lot more goals, and basically that's what I wanted. It's too easy to defend on this game, I feel, because I don't know why it is completely. But you see, 76 minutes in, we're still 1-0 down. Danny Drinkwater just hit the post, but Sunderland getting a chance, whipping in the corner this time, and it's headed towards the goalkeeper. And it's just not, from that angle, it kind of just doesn't look good. But then you'll see from another angle, the header actually did take a deflection off of the defender. It's a decent delivery, but then I expect Danny Drinkwater to be winning that header at the near post. I think it was Janska who won the header, and it took a slight deflection off Danny Drinkwater, I think. Yeah, off Danny Drinkwater, and that's kind of like just messed up Ben Hamer. I reckon he would have saved it if it didn't take that deflection. But that goal right there did kill the game off. It was Janska who got man of the match in this game, and Sunderland pull off the first shock of the season, for us at least. We didn't expect to lose against Sunderland, but we did, and we didn't really create too much. We had a few chances, hit the post obviously, but all in all the performance wasn't really good enough. Still training these same players. Let me know if you feel like I should put time into Lloyd Isgrove to try and get his overall up, because there are a few things that I feel like he needs to be better with, like crossing, for him to actually be a solid fixture in the team. Or if you think I should focus on other people, because there are plenty of players on this team who deserve some training time. Even players who I haven't trained in ages, like Mahrez could still get some, and Schlupp could still get some. Players like that, as well as new players that have come in this season, like Torvan, Ayoze Perez even. Let me know who you feel like I should be training. We have youth on the team that could be trained, but obviously you see still some business that's going on right there. Always check the bottom right, latest deals, to see if there's anything that you might have missed between us. But this is the lineup we're going with today. Arnautovic playing attacking midfield. We have a Capital One Cup game against Arsenal, and this is the lineup they went with. It's relatively strong, kind of like ours. A few changes in there, obviously noticeable ones. Stefan O'Connor playing at centre back, and we did try and go at him as Ayoze Perez coming in between him and Monreal with the first attack of the game. Ayoze Perez getting his start. He always seems to play well when I play him, so he has been getting a few more chances recently. But Perez in this match was just tormenting Stefan O'Connor. Just look, O'Connor, he had him spinning around in the box in front of the keeper, almost falling over. And him and Mertesacker, they looked a little bit vulnerable, I'm not going to lie. Inla this time playing it into Ayoze, going inside again, O'Connor and Monreal, and this time his shot is just over the bar. I feel like I should have done better with that one, but Perez is looking good. If I train him up, I feel like he could be very good. But again, let me know who you think I should be training. Schlupp this time 20 minutes in, getting in between Alexis, but then being dispossessed by Alexis. And look at that for a header. Look at that for kind of unrealism. Like, Schlupp, I know we should have been doing better with this. Has been happening quite a lot recently where we've been giving it away in defensive positions, but we lost it to Alexis. He put in a good ball, and that is Theo Walcott. That's Theo Walcott. It's Dean Thompson he's up against, who is obviously, I think this might be his professional debut, but Thompson's a big guy, and Theo Walcott will never score a header like that. Let's just get that out there. He just won't, okay? But it is what it is. It's still 1-1 now. 71 minutes in. Time is just passing by. Alexis this time squares the ball across to Walcott, who turns, crosses it back into Alexis, and his left foot strike is just wide of the post. Arsenal putting some pressure on, but it's us who come with the next attack. Gok and Inler storming down the middle, playing it in through to Jack Barmby. Can he get us to lead? Mertesacker won't catch him. Jack Barmby in off the bench onto this game, and Jack Barmby gives us the 2-1 lead. 78 minutes in, sorry, only 12 minutes of regular time to play. It's a great counter attack. You've seen it so many times with countering, and this time we weren't even countering with our fastest players really. We have Jamie Vardy to the left obviously, but players like Jack Barmby and Inler and Perez, they're not the fastest in the world, but we still countered at extreme pace the way you move the ball up the field. It's just too dangerous for teams to handle. Capital One Cup, if we can get a win here, that's a big result, even though it is just Arsenal. And people will say, yeah, it's just the Capital One Cup, but at the end of the day, we're into season 3 now. Still no trophies to show, well, no major trophies. Obviously we've had the pre-season tournaments, but Capital One Cup, it's a trophy. If we win it at the end of the season, it's our first trophy won, it's our first cup, and we'll take it. Jose Perez get man of the match because, like I said, he did torment some defenders in that game. But into the deadline day now, rumours flying. Gonalons. Could Maxime Gonalons be coming over to the King Power Stadium? Defensive midfield. We have some defensive players in that position, but as you can see, Newcastle are in talks to sign Gok and Inler. And as you guys know, if the right money comes along, there is no one on my sides who are like indispensable. And as you can see here, Gok and Inler gone to Newcastle on deadline day, 6.5 million. I didn't really want to let him go, but at the same time, it seemed like decent money. It was over his value, and he only had a year left on his contract, 33 years old. I looked at it and I thought, you know what, that's a pretty good deal. We have Johannes Geis who can come in. He hasn't been great for me so far. I haven't loved playing with him, but he's good enough. 6 hours left on the clock. You can see the highest deals going on. Leicester City rebuffed by Gonalons, it says right there. But we make our first deadline day signing, and it is Eric Lamela off of Tottenham. And I love this right here. I feel like all of my signings have been such bargains in this career mode. And 15.5 million for Lamela, 25, a pretty good player. I feel like that's a bargain. And what I'm going to do, I'm not planning to play him on the wing. I'm not planning to play him attacking midfield. I'm not even planning to play him as a striker. I'm planning to play him as a centre midfielder. So we lost Inler. I'm planning to replace him with Lamela in the centre of midfield. I want to see how that works. Obviously, he's not going to play holding midfield. We'll probably move Arsian to holding midfield. But, matter of fact, at this point, I haven't even mentioned it. Arsian has gone. 30 million we sold him to West Brom for. That's what I was showing you in the bottom right. 30 million we sold Arsian for. So now, as you can see here on the screen as well, Johannes Geis, 20 million to Inter Milan. So that's Inler, Geis and Arsian all out. Our 3 best centre midfielders out in this transfer window. And now we've signed another one as a replacement. Clement Grenier, 8.5 million. It says sizable price tag, but I think that's another bargain. 8.5 million for Grenier. He's another relatively young one. Has some potential all-rounder, this guy. So our whole centre midfield has been just completely shifted in this match. It will probably be Grenier at this point in defensive midfield with Lamela in a more attacking role. 2 hours left and we make another signing, another centre midfielder. So we've lost 3 centre midfielders and we've gained 3 centre midfielders. This one's Marco van Ginkel. I paid 13.5 million for him. This one was like back and forth, so back and forth. Chelsea asked for about 19 million, I think, for him. And I offered about 12 million for him. I reckon I could have got him for cheaper. I offered 12 million for him and they were saying no, no. And I kept coming back with 12 million. They were saying no. I ended up going to 13.5. They said no. They want 19. I think they ended up saying they wanted about 15 or 16. I kept saying 13.5 and eventually they broke. So I'm telling you guys, like, I see so many people just give in. They say they want 19 and they just give them 19. Don't do that, man. You can bargain with teams on this game. So we've got 3 new centre midfielders in this game. And as you can see here, check his stats. Johan Nunes being signed into the first team. I have so much faith in this guy. We've trained him up for a while. He's our Scout Future Star, I believe. High potential, brilliant stats, and we're going to bring him in. He will definitely get games. He'll probably be our second choice left back, possibly even our first choice left back. We might move Schlupp onto the wing. He could, to be honest, he could play anywhere. He might even end up playing defensive midfield. We might try him there. I'm not too sure, but we'll see how it goes. You got a squad report here. Obviously, if you want to check anyone out in more detail, pause on their name. You could check out their stats individually. Players like Lloyd Isgrove, Marco Van Ginkel coming in. So we got Van Ginkel, Grenier and Lamella. Let me know who you think I should be playing in what positions of the centre midfield. Who should be the starters? If Nunez should start, because I know some of you are excited to see him. I'm excited to see him play. He will play in the next episode, as we do have Champions League games in midweek, so there will be players who are tired. He will get a game most likely. So that's the table at the end of this episode. A lot went down in the transfer window. I know it's hard to keep up with. I completely forgot about Tolga Eliassian leaving, and in that case, on terms of that transfer, like 30 million, he went for 30 million to West Bromwich Albion, and that was right after the game with West Brom as well. But I completely missed it, to be honest. But 30 million for Arsian, I was not turning that down. Not turning that down at all. 20.5 million for Geis. Like I said, he wasn't what I expected him to be honest. He was really just not mobile enough in this game. Like he's slower than Giroud in this game in terms of agility, everything. It was too hard to have him in the centre of the midfield doing what he does. But it just didn't work out for him. So 20.5 million to Inter, I wasn't really turning that down. That's another profit on what we signed him for. We got a profit on Arsian. And in la out, so in the next episode we'll have a whole new centre midfield. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode in transfer window. Hopefully you enjoy the next episode where we'll get into Champions League and you'll see who our next opponents are. Big team. And you'll see Joan Nunez for the first time in the game. He does actually have, I think it's 2-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves, which it's alright for me. Skill moves don't matter to me at all. I don't do skills really, so that doesn't matter to me. And weak foot, I guess, like 2 stars, it's not great, but it's, yeah, it is what it is. You can still use their right foot with no problem, to be honest, if it's 2 stars. So it is what it is. There's the table. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Bye.